Hi, I'm Peices, and this is HOI4 by Blood Alone, where we're playing the German Reich with expert AI. And, well, first off, actually, we have a small incident that happened down here in the Cape Verde plain. And if we go into, it doesn't really matter, but we can see that we are missing one ship here. And if we go in here, I was just checking through here before the after the last episode. We can see that we lost the Admiral Graf's Bay. Was sunk by the British battleship HMS Queen Elizabeth on the 4th of September 1940. That is today. I must have accidentally cleared the notification icon there before. But while we are in here, we can actually see a little bit how we are doing with the naval war, because it's been a year. So if we look here, we can see that we have sunk 2002 convoys the last during the current year, so the past 12 months, plus another 476 convoys here. So that is a massive amount of convoys we have sunk. And I was just in here looking at the UK as well, on the intel, to see a little bit where we are. And we can see here on their we don't have enough for their convoy count. But no, we need 70% for that. And but we can see here that they have about 500 or 480 convoys left. So we are working their way down there. Seems like they do have a fuel stockpile. This is what we want to really starve out, of course. We're able to starve out their fuel, we're able to starve out their air force. We have a really good naval intel. We can probably go in and check the designs of these if we wanted to. We can at least see how far they've gotten really far down. This should be the research in the 1940s cruisers and heavy ships. They must be planning something. Wanted to see their doctrines too. If we go in here, you can see that they are going down a base strike. They are probably going to go for a carrier base. That's weird that they're doing the heavy ships then. But oh well, that is how it is. We don't have as much on their air force, but we can see at least the numbers. They are still fielding mostly Hurricanes, but they have a substantial number of Spitfires, and these are the ones that we are really looking out for. And they are going operational integrity here. And last episode we did kind of run into some trouble here. We just don't have the supply to push through Belgium, because they are really piling up the divisions here. The British are going all in to defend the Low Countries. So I repositioned most of our tank armies. It's only Rommel's that's still up here. So all the 4 other tank armies, they are now down here. And they're probably not going to have supply for very long, but the resistance here is so much weaker. So we are going to make a concerted effort to get to Le Havre, and we'll try to swing up and clean up the coast from the south instead. And we'll probably swing some forces towards Brest as well, and La Rochelle, and down here to Bordeaux. We try to cut off their ports. Unless they surrender before, of course, but if we manage to make it all the way over here and take Paris and Orleans, they should give in. So that is the plan for today. Of course, we need to select something to research. We now have our naval experience, so we will spend that for a very big power boost for our armor there. I think that's a worthwhile one. So then as soon as we've got the advanced fire control, we can actually design some new ships and get some ships into refit. And I think in light of what happened to the Graf's Bay, we will bring the Deutschland back home. This is a very trained unit. It's been out here probably raiding quite a lot. Now submarines here are also, we forgot to look at how many submarines we've lost. So I think in total we've lost 14 submarines and one. We've lost a convoy as well. Must have been during the invasion of Norway, of course. So we should have lost 13 submarines, a cruiser and a convoy. All in all, for inflicting over 2,000 casualties or 2,000 ships sunk, I think that's fine. I think we are taking a lot of casualties here from the UK, since they are defending so hard up in the north. Most of these tanks have not yet arrived in position, but we do have 2 armies that are in position, so we will use them. This is hills. Hills are fine to attack into. This is also an airport. That's a good one to knock out. It will force them to base from further away, of course. Now we will lose their superiority here momentarily. We should probably support our new attack into northern France with closer support. Maybe not the... they can actually fly from there all the way down. But we will rebase them to here, and they can be flying in northern France instead. Probably want to use a few of these that we have on air superiority as well. Let's swap those over. These are of course in Western Germany still, the Dornier 17s. These fighter wings, question is, do we want to... No, we can't do that. We don't have enough air bases for that. We could move another 100 down to there, but this is just going to use up all the supplies we already have an issue with there. We probably want to put these to strategic redeployment though. We'll have to do one army at a time, just to get them into position. We are making some infantry pushes here to just keep them in their place. And they'll need to regain some organization before they march on. Here we have 4, no, I'm 3. I'm missing one. There we go. Let's try to push over the river here. Not the best place to push over with tanks, but we've got 2 colonial brigades in that square, so it might be fine anyway. These are in defense mode at the moment. Let's push into there as soon as we are not in defense anymore. Just keep going. We want to have these on strategic redeployment as well, of course. So hopefully we'll be able to knock out a little bit more this time. Yeah, we're not being able to make this crossing there. Oh, we lost all of our supplies there. We'll try to push in this direction. We did manage to push down south there. Don't know if we can... I want to check the strategic regions here a little bit. See a little bit where we want to go. Troyes would be good. That's the same thing here. We need to reach all the way down to Paris to get another supply hub. But maybe Troyes is a good secondary objective. And that means we want to go out this direction. We maybe shouldn't have had all the tanks into this area. Let's back some of them up. We have Dietrich here. Go back to Sedan. And that clears out the at least the worst of the penalties. Let's see if these infantry divisions might be able to make this crossing. Let's try to cross there. Fortress divisions, exciting. And we'll attack from 2 vectors. I'll split someone up there to prevent that reinforcement. And we want to keep pushing here. They are out of organization. 2 divisions can follow along, and we'll probably fill in there. Try to push a little bit there. Let's see what happens after the British here. There's the French that are moving back home. Does make sense. Italian-German technology treaty. Italy suggests an exchange of technology and ideas that will bring our nations closer and make us both stronger. An excellent suggestion. Well, of course. We get mountain infantry 2 and 2 times cost reduction for a naval doctrine. Yes, please. What's happened down here? That's we're killing a lot of convoys in a lot of these places. Did the Deutschland make it back home? Yes, she did. No, she actually put into Bergen. Okay, let's pause here. Didn't really need to have it on play while we were trying to go south here. But we do seem to have a lot of supplies here. This is also a river crossing, of course. Let's push with the tanks this direction and infantry, because this tile seems to be unoccupied at the moment. So if we can get our motorized over there, we have a river crossing. And there we go. And they're not going to be able to dislodge us from there, I don't think. We probably want to move the tanks into that void though. I think it's move it that way. And they have, let's see if we can move some troops into this location as well. And now we are running out of supplies here again. Let's see what we have with our air supply. Let's drop them down here in France instead. And the Brits are still hell-bent on holding Brussels. We've still got our SS divisions there in place in case they do change their minds. Same thing here, there's no one actually guarding this tile. But we will move up and cut them off. And we probably want to move up with some infantry as well. Let's pin them into place there to prevent them from reinforcing. Let's see if we can cross into there as well. Do we have a tank division somewhere behind there? We do. Now we want to go into that tile. There's only one fortress division there. 13 French units there. I mean, it does make sense. It is Paris. Yeah, so we are going to be able to bring it up to Amiens at least. And that will cut our lines into 2. We probably want to bring these divisions here. We will place them on the border here. Let's just see if we can't reel these in a little bit. Might actually be worth to pick that one off so that the tanks don't move. We're going to move up on the don't actually know which one of these is the sign. So we're going to move up here on this side. And then we have a good spot from here to go down on the south side if we need to. And we are moving into there with a lot of troops. Let's use the tank division there as well. That is a plain style. Yeah, it is a river crossing though. But we are soon across there. So hopefully that will fall out well. Of course, they have someone guarding Amiens. Amiens is a supply hub, so that would be really good to capture. Looks like we will be capturing... We probably won't be capturing Paris before Troyes. We want you to go across there and you to go across there. Do we have anyone actually moving to take that tile? We might be able to use these divisions to pop down there. That's not a river crossing, but it shouldn't be at least. No. The enemy does have air superiority here. And they've got all of their air bases here, of course. Do we have anywhere else we can move? Yeah, we can move 200 more fighters down. Let's see what we have here. There's 200 fighters. Let's move them down here. Do we have any more? Yes. It would be nice if the aces could kind of reassign themselves. This is going to be a really good airport for us. might be able to bring down the rest of the fighters there, actually. The question is how the supply is there. Yeah, it's not very good. Let's remove this order there, and we'll see if we can help. If Septitish maybe can help to reach down to Dijon, which also should be a supply hub. That will at least cut them off from supply. Okay, we want to keep pushing in here. And this attack isn't really going that well. We don't have the supplies for it. Let's see if we can push in on the sides at least. They are trying to push us up from there. We probably want to go with... I'll remove that order, and then we can move the armies as units instead. As armored cores. How are we doing for tank supplies? We have 700 tanks, that's perfect. That means that we can go into our division designer. And we can swap out one of the light tanks for another medium tank. Let's do it this way. That's purely so it looks good. And this is still the 1940s variant of it. We are still working towards the three armored and 4 motorized mechanized divisions. We don't have the mechanized equipment yet. We need 400. Actually, we are close enough for that. No, we want to wait until the end of the Fall of France. This will just pull out some light tanks and push in new medium tanks. And we have the supplies for it, so we will add in the mechanized after the Fall of France. It's a little bit of a too big reorganization to do while they are in active combat. Let's see if we can move across here with the Manstein's army. Manteufel's army is spread out. Let's see if we can't keep pushing here. Let's start softening them there as well. And soon we should be able to bring this line down. And Brussels is getting weaker now at least. Amiens looks like it's a really good place to end. We actually beat them there, it looks like. But they are pinning us at the moment. Let's make sure that we reciprocate. And let's push there as well. And let's push there. Taking Amiens would be really good for us. Not only does it cut their front in two, but it's also a supply hub. These are river crossings, all of them. We'd prefer to just get the one here, while Manteuffel is working his way up from the south here. Taking Sepp here a long time to get through. We should have this one at least. Looks like we do have... No, we've got air support. But we are contesting them here at least now. We're losing a lot of them in air battles. I'm guessing the French also have some pretty good fighters up now. Okay, it does look like the special forces here are mostly arriving. Let's pull this line down so we don't crowd this section of the front. We can probably... No, we want to keep these divisions there. So we'll pop that one down there so we don't overlap them too much. And this also means that we can use our paratroopers offensively. There we go, we've cut them off. So we want to swap sides there, so we have everyone on the correct sides. Now of course we're going to have to defend this gap for quite some time. We really want to take Dieppe as well. But that shouldn't be any big problem as soon as we get some infantry divisions in here. And they should be on the move. Let's see if we have anyone that can strategically redeploy. They are allowed to do so. Looks like Mantoffel paused. Is it everyone? Oh, yeah, we've got one more there. Let's keep pushing here. And let's support them from across the river and from behind. Can actually have one of them move there as well. Does look like... Oh, it's not Manstein who made it to the Guderian made it to the coast, just as like in real life. That's perfect. We'll push into Dieppe. Maybe we should take Le Havre at the same time. We'll start with Dieppe so we don't overstretch. We of course need to build up this supply connection. We should have... oh, this one's probably bombed to smithereens, right? Yeah, from damage, minus 37. Might be able to push through here. And if we bring half of them up this direction, we should be able to push into there as well. And maybe it's time to... no, we can't attack from there. Well, you're not doing much use up here, are you, Roma? Let's see if we can move up and help out here somewhere instead. That should alleviate the supply situation there a little bit as well. We want to widen up this gap. Let's support it from several directions. That should be fine. Should turn green. And they have left one tile there unoccupied. We will bounce. No, one division can't take Paris. They've got 14 divisions guarding it. Alright, we have managed to make our way up here. So we've got Manstein here. They are not all concentrated though. We should have... no, not Seps. Here we should have Mantoffel's units should be fairly concentrated here. So they will push on this way. We will move out Manstein. I'll put them up here somewhere. Yeah, let's just push. Seps made it quite far down here. So the tank divisions are moving on. Oh, it's not the best place to go through though. All of these... let's have them strategically redeploy when possible. Especially these that are doing longer repositionings. Just keeping an eye out here in case anyone wants to move into this tile. We were fine. Why? What's happening? Oh, we lost supply. I think this one still has some kind of... there's some kind of issue going on here. This is level 2 one, so it should be fine. We maybe should have... Metz would be a good one to actually be able to knock out those level 10 forts. Yeah, move up strategically, get out of that region. Yeah, okay, let's try to move out there. This is across a river though, so that's another tough attack. And we finished the naval air effort. This of course is important, mostly for the light aircraft research bonus. And where do we want to go next? we want to go for a rocketry. These of course are helpful bonuses, so let's pick them up. Now is a good time as any. Of course that's research that you need to start early if you want to be able to use them. And it does look like there's no one on the other side of the river here. That is a big French airbase. Let's send the motorized over. And so that'll also make a bridgehead. And we'll keep the tanks on this side of the river for now. Yeah, we'll need to make a pinning attack there against southern Paris. And probably make one here too. Should be able to cross this point. Let's I think if we do it that way, we should have less of a supply penalty. Let's hold off on this attack. We are binding up a lot of troops there. Looks like they are scattering a little bit here now. We can soon be ready to pounce on Paris. And there we go with the two 20mm anti-aircraft guns. This will also make the improved automatic cannon. And we'll probably need to go directly for the anti-tank so we can start using these. Okay, let's zoom out and we'll make a few updates to some of our tanks here. First off, we want to add the anti-air, of course. And I think we've got a very big... No, we don't have a very big stockpile. We do have a stockpile at least. We'll do it this way. We'll add 5 factories there. And once these have gone up to some kind of respectable level, we can ditch these. We actually have a bunch of Panzer 1 or Panzer 2. Oh yeah, because we removed some light tanks. What we are going to do though is go in here on the Panzer 2. And they have an automatic cannon. And this is the perfect time to put in the improved automatic cannon. And that's plus 5 soft attack, plus 2 hard attack, and 15 piercing. A little bit of production cost increase too, of course, but... And we should have the advanced radio. We won't be changing any other of these things. We do have some extra speed there from Hindshot and from our doctrine. And I think we probably want to stick around here for... Elastic defense gives 10% there, and yeah, this 5% is also calculated in there. But if we aim for our new tanks to... Actually, we have to keep them at 8, I think. We can bump up the armor a little bit there. And use this modify that we have to bring the speed down a little bit. And this, of course, will give us a lot more breakthrough. We get a lot of breakthrough from armor. And of course from the extra radio there, increases it from 40 to, or 20 to 40. And we have from all of the other ones there, so we really want to stack breakthrough when possible. And we could probably go up a little bit on engines there too, but 90 reliability, that's really nice. Don't think we could add a machine gun to them too, of course. That's just one soft attack though. Armor skirts. That is, looks like it's 4. So yeah, we get about 6 breakthrough from that. And a little bit of extra armor. So I think for the half production cost there, that's fine. We're going to be using less and less medium tank or light tanks. We're still going to have them as recon tanks, of course. And that's why we want to have a design that is actually up to date. No, that one's not worth it. Stabilizer, I really like this one, but this is not something that the Germans used during the war. We could have smoke on them, of course. Yeah, no, we'll leave it like that, that's fine. And we've still got the fuel drums since before, so we don't run out of fuel. It's an overall upgrade to almost everything. This, of course, is not the Panzer II-D, this is the Panzer II-E. And let's get rid of everything else here for now. We are done with capital ships, but we are soon going to be putting more of them in. We could actually be designing them all. And I think for this production line we will just replace it. Oh yeah, because it's an upgrade, it's on the same chassis, it doesn't really matter. See, we lost their 8% production efficiency cap, which is not too good, but it's not that bad either. We'll start with just converting from stockpile. That'd be a lot quicker to start getting them fielded. We do want to upgrade the Panzer IVs and the Panzer IIIs. And I don't think we've got anything for the Bison also has a radio. How much defense do we have there? No, we just have it because we converted it from the Panzer Is. I will leave that one as is. We will upgrade the radio on our Panzer IIIs. This is going to be the Panzer III-G. We still have the small improved cannon. We will be upgrading that one later on as well, but not just yet. I think that's about what we want to do. We're going to give it the same treatment here. We're going to bring the speed down a little bit. Don't think we can do... Yeah, we can do 10. And that will give us a lot more armor and a lot more breakthrough. And of course this is going to be pretty fast too, but we do lose a lot of reliability there. So it would be nice to be able to bring that reliability up just a little bit, but I think this is fine. We have a steady production of these. Of course, this will bring the production cost up by about 2, but that's fine. We also want to give the Panzer IV the same treatment. So we're going to upgrade the radio, and we're in excess speed there. So let's bring armor up a few notches. The reliability is 88. This one is the one that is important, that reliability is good. We've got the close support gun here, and we do have the medium cannon that we could start using here, and we will swap to this in a little bit, but not right now. And we want to be able to push out a few more of these before we start upgrading the guns on them as well, since the guns require tungsten, and we don't have too much of it. It does look like we need to focus a little bit on our rubber production though. This is not the Panzer IV-A. This is the Panzer IV-F. That's 5 well-spent experience. And it's the same thing here. Since we are upgrading to the same chassis, we go down from 56 to 50. So we lost 6% production efficiency. And from here we have 76 and we're going down to 68. That's about 8%. Here we do have some stockpile, so we will be upgrading those. These are going into the fielded units instantly, so we will keep them as is. And let's see if we can't put down a few more synthetic refineries somewhere. I think we saved a few spots. But we do have mostly military factories everywhere here now. We can build another 3. No, not there. The 80% zone here in Hermland Masuren. That's still core territory. These are occupied territories, of course. And probably want to put these in as well. And we should, we'll soon be able to make the next technological level there as well. On synthetic rubber. That's a 1941 tech. This one. That'll give us... I don't really know how many. Check how many we have. We should be able to see that from... No, it's just 15. There's 3 of them in all. And maybe we can see if we hover over here. No. No, we do have a lot of synthetic refineries. From whatever. Let's get back to the war. Let's not get lost in those things. And we do have the ability to unlock some more air doctrines. This is not too important at the moment. We're gonna have a hard time holding this tile, it looks like. And of course we're not gonna be able to do that. We should probably see if we can reinforce with some infantry down that way instead. And we will keep this attack from Troyes instead, so we don't attack across the river. And we will come up from the south here with the set. No, this was not doing very well. Let's keep that as a defensive combat instead. So move in this direction. Let's see if we can't move in here. See how we are doing with our Slovakian tank division. It looks like we're probably not exporting the correct things anymore. Let's see if we can't do something with the Lend-Lease there for them. Tanks. Since we have a bunch of Panzer IIs here that we could just give them as a one-time thing. Let's get rid of this one. And do we have any? Yeah, we've got these 7 ones. 3 ones. Let's give them 7 and let's give them 3. Let's get rid of those since we don't have them anymore. And let's give them a bunch of these Panzer IIAs. Could give them some Panzer Is actually, but no, we'll give them the Panzer IIs, they are better. And we will give them, say, 100 of them. I think that's fine. Now we've got 200 in storage. We want to use these to upgrade ours as well. We'll be getting a lot more of them though. We'll give them 100, that's fine. Just to see if we can actually get this tank division using something half decent. Let's use a support order there. And I still got loads of divisions here in Brussels. Yeah, this attack isn't going very well. Neither is this one. So let's try with some better forces. And we will support this one from 3 directions with infantry. Looks like we are taking Leeuwarden. We're going to be crossing here as well. We have supplies here again, so let's try once again to take Dieppe. It might actually be better off to take this province first. And we will support it with 1 infantry division from there. Yeah, we didn't manage to hold on to this tile there. We are coming up again from the south here. We could almost cut off the Maginot line here. And they can't get any supplies in here at the moment, so this is maybe a good time to try and take Metz. I thought, but that's not going to happen. That level 10 fort is too well entrenched. And this is Manstein's army, he's waiting to pounce on Paris. Guderian here is clearing out the south. Let's see if we can pin these a little bit. I'm not really, yeah, we've gotten rid of all of their orders, of course. Let's keep them here. Let's move into Rouen. That was exciting. Oh, we probably just had way too low organization when we arrived there. Let's see if we can make it there before them. Probably not. Yes, the motorized divisions of course made it there. And Australia has broken our ciphers. I don't think that's very bad. Oh, look here. Who's stuck in Dunkirk. Okay, let's support this attack on Conch. Let's see if we can't make it through there. Let's give it a little bit. And there comes the armor. Let's get rid of that one. We have unassigned divisions. That's perfect, 35 of them. We also need to build some more garrison divisions. I don't know, we got 40 there. I probably need 32 then to fill that out. And I don't think it's we're going to be doing anything there. We just pop down to snorkels directly. That's a good upgrade for our submarines. These divisions need to be... Oh, where are you? Yeah, we've got 12 of them there. Let's pop them into this army. These are the ones that are down here. And then we should have 23 more divisions. Is that enough to fill these out? It probably is. And then we have another 6 divisions popping in there to fill out the rest of that army. We'll want to upgrade these, of course, to proper divisions. We can probably do that already. We have almost enough anti-air. We have more than enough artillery and the manpower. We're gonna need to go up to extensive before Barbarossa. We've got a little bit of other things to do before that, of course. And now we've got the organization, we should be able to push into Rouen. Let's try to push a little bit there, and we will support with our infantry. Let's see if we can move in there as well. Where's the rest of... Oh, all the way up now, and we'll probably have to be forced to retreat. Let's go there. Or try to take Orleans. Yeah. We've got a little bit to go there. And we finish the heavy ship hull. Let's just see if we have anything we can quickly pop. What do we have? We're running out of trucks, right? No, trains. Interesting. And we don't have anything there we can just pop them into. Let's put a few factors into convoys. We will be designing our new heavy ships as soon as we get the... well, that'll be in the next episode. We start off with designing them, I think. And we'll let the advanced fire control system finish there. What more do we want to do here? We could go for the heavy tanks. We probably want to go for engineer companies. These are going to be very helpful with... we have them in all of our already. And we want to have the flame tanks. Those will be very helpful for Barbarossa. We should be getting a whole bunch new of... where are we putting our factories? Just into anti-aircraft guns. And then into new equipment down here. We'll probably pop up another one there. That should be fine. Let's shorten out our lines a little bit. Let's bring some more divisions into this fight. Well, they are desperately trying to break out from here now. Yeah, let's keep pushing in there. Probably better off trying to attack Amsterdam from there. Just to pin the divisions that fall out from this fortress here. And the fortress is completely busted though. And they're probably defending Amsterdam. Let's give in on that. We'll surround Amsterdam and it'll fall easily as well. And kind of the same thing we're doing with Paris here. That's no good. And it's not quite what we wanted to happen. We'd rather not lose Dietrich's entire army here. We should be able to keep these there, and we will support that attack instead. Yeah, they should be really massing up to destroy this. Let's pin them in place there as well. It looks like they are feeling a little bit threatened down here. Now we probably want to go for a DF now. See if we can break them there. It's a lot of days. As soon as the tanks come in there though, it should be fine. And we're keeping on motorized here in Orleans. Orleans is a supply hub. That should be helpful. We don't have any connection, of course. And now we don't have anyone there at all. Let's try to move without tanks there. Let's move. Okay, they are defending. Let's move 2 of our infantry divisions up there. And then we can move the motorized back. Let's move across here and go there. We don't want to do the river attack. We will retreat back and then around. And they are really pushing a lot of troops into the app. They're probably ferrying them over. You want to go to Le Havre. I know you do. Alright then. So let's take Calais as well. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to finish this part of the war off in this episode, but I don't think we'll be able to. In the next episode, however, we should see the fall of Belgium, the Netherlands, and France. So I think that's going to be everything for today. Thank you very much for watching, and take care, and see you next time.